knowledge of world market and the products needed by the world market. We were unable actually to industrialize. Initially, we continued with the plantation industries because the plantation industries have already proven that they can generate wealth. But plantations require big pieces of land and give employment to a very few people. We can only increase the employment opportunities if we have industries. Industry on 1 acre of land, agriculture cannot support even one person. But on 1 acre of land, we can have a factory employing 500 people. And we decided that the only way to solve our unemployment problem was to have industries. But since we were short of all the things needed in order to start an industry, to undergo a country that once colonized us. This was, I think, quite unusual because most countries, upon achieving independence, do not want to see foreigners in their country. But we went the other way. We invited foreigners to come and invest in Malaysia. We trained our people to work in new industries. And as a result of the investment, money flowed in, technology was acquired, knowledge was built about business and markets, and very soon, Malaysians themselves became able to start their own industries. And so we solved mostly the unemployment problem in our country. But of course, we had to give incentives to the foreigners, and this we did by giving them tax holidays, first for 10 years, and then subsequently another 10 years if they deliver. And they did deliver, and Malaysia grew, partly because of the foreign direct investments, and partly because Malaysians themselves acquired the skill and knowledge about business and industries, and were able to produce products that can be exported and therefore earn foreign exchange for us. Over the years, the country was able to grow faster than most other countries, and we were able to overcome many of the problems faced by any growing nation. But the most important thing about developing and enriching the country is peace and stability. We need peace, we need stability. Without that, we cannot invest, no one will invest, nobody will come to the country to invest. To establish peace and stability, we had to put down an insurgency movement trying to form a communist state in Malaysia. We fought them militarily, but also we fought them psychologically, because we tried to win the hearts and minds first of the people so as not to support the insurgents, and secondly to win over the insurgents themselves, so that within a short period of time, relatively speaking, the country became peaceful and stable. With that peace and stability, many people came to Malaysia to invest and to grow the economy. Since then, we have followed many development plans, 5-year plans, so that the country could grow. But we always realize that wealth is not created by the government. The government has no way of creating wealth other than taxing people. But if you want to tax people, the people themselves must have money, must have some income. Then only you can tax the people. So we realize that if the people are rich, then they pay the government more money, and the government will then return the money in the form of infrastructure for the people. We need to enrich the people. And to do this, we provide them with education, with training, and also with opportunities to work and opportunities to invest, first in a small way and subsequently in a bigger way. By doing this, the people became rich, and of course, we require them to pay corporate tax and income tax, and that enriches the coffers of the government. And eventually we provided all the necessary infrastructure, roads, railways, and water supply, electricity, and all kinds of other things needed in order to bring up and develop the country. This is a very good business for government. We ask the private sector to invest with their money, and when they make money, 26% of their profit belongs to us. It's the best kind of investment because we didn't put up any money at all, but they have to pay us taxes. But we have to return to them in a way by providing them with incentives, with infrastructure and other things, laws and rules, in order to ensure that their investments will be safe in Malaysia. And that is what happened over the years. But we also want to benefit from the rest of the world because Malaysia is a trading nation. We need to trade. We need to trade with the rest of the world. And so diplomatically we decided to be friendly with everyone. We do not care about their internal politics and internal ideologies, but we want to be friendly with them so that we can trade with them and we can source a lot of things that we need from them. And so Malaysia today officially has no enemies. Maybe others might consider ourselves their enemy, except for Israel. We have never had any relation with Israel. It's not because we are against the Jews, but it is for the wrong things that they do. Seizing other people's country and calling it your own country, expelling people from the country you seize. These are works of robbers, not people. So we cannot have any relation with Israel. Until now, we have no relation with Israel, and we feel that since Israel and the West promotes free speech, therefore we have a right to say nasty things to them. It is really an exercise in free speech. But of course they say nasty things about us also. That's okay, we accept that because that is part of things that free speech entitle you to. In terms of foreign relations, I think we have a diplomatic relation with almost 3/4 of the countries in this world. We trade with almost all of them. And since trade brings wealth to the nation, Malaysia grew also through trade. We are able to produce things which we can export. And at times our export exceeded our imports. This means that the country has a positive balance of payment, and this, of course, enabled the country to grow and grow much faster. So that is what we have done in Malaysia. It's nothing very spectacular, because what we did was what everybody should be doing: growing their country, giving their people a good life. That's what big governments are for, and certainly elected governments are obliged to return that support by giving the people what it is that they they need and they want. Malaysia has been able to hold elections every 5 years. We had a small problem in 1969 when there were race riots, but we settled that race riot within 2 years, and since then there has been no race riot, because although our country is multiracial, multi-religious, multilingual, multicultural, and also there is vast disparities in the economic well-being of the different people, Malaysia has remained peaceful and stable for a long time. And it is this that help us build our country. And when we come here, I'm quite sure, while we are thinking about buying more from Pakistan, we also want to export more to Pakistan. One thing is about this new government that we have pledged that ministers may not receive gifts. No gifts for ministers except food and flowers. As a result, I have a lot of food in my house. Nothing that is more than $500 worth can be given to a minister without him being charged for corruption. I don't know what the rule is in Pakistan, but I can assure you I have no intention to bribe the Prime Minister of Pakistan. I don't need to bribe him because he's already a friend and very supportive of Malaysia. But I also have other reasons for doing this, and not because I want to bribe, but I think I need to promote one Malaysian product in Pakistan in the hope that we can work together in producing that product. And so I would like to give to the Prime Minister of Pakistan a Proton car. Well, it's not a bribe. And I hope that with that one car, the whole of Pakistan will know that Malaysia can produce cars. It is the only developing country that has been able to produce its own car. So we would like to share our expertise in this field with Pakistan if there are investors willing to invest in the project of building a car for Pakistan, a joint Malaysian-Pakistan project. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Honorable Tun Dr. Mahathir bin Mohammed. And the present was transparent, telecast. It was perfectly well done. We look forward to nurture this partnership basically on transparency, efficiency, and in a progressive manner to reposition Pakistan to reach up to the Asian levels and Malaysia to expand in this new market. With that, since we have seen the Proton, already we saw a fantastic advertisement. We were told that the first Proton which will be assembled here will be on the roads in next June in Pakistan. And for that, we have a symbolic ceremony to actually both the heads of states will sign the plaque to inaugurate Proton. I would like to invite the Secretary BOI and Mr. Jamil Qureshi, if you could unveil the plaque, please. I would also like to invite here Chairman Proton Malaysia, Datu Siri Syed Faisal. If you could step forward, please, on the plaque. I would also like to invite Chairman Al-Haj Automotives, Al-Haj Shah Ji Gul Afaridi. Please welcome. If you could please unveil the plaque, and so that I can invite the heads of state. So you'll have to walk and sign the plaque. This is what they are saying. Well, thank you very much. And as you know, representing Board of Investment, we will try our level best to actually facilitate this venture to start production on time. And I assure the Honorable Prime Minister that I will be among the first purchasers of Proton when it's on the roads. Our second today, which we are showcasing, is a partnership. It's in the telecom sector, and a large Malaysian company, E.co, which many of us have heard. There were some hiccups. I'm very pleased they were removed, and E.co will be signing they have signed 3 MOUs, and we'll be celebrating them. So for the first one, I would like to basically invite E.co Towers Pakistan is the full name, and Pakistan Mobile Communication Limited and Deodar Private Limited. So Chairman E.co Malaysia, Datuk Azad Kamaluddin. Please, if you could stand here, sir. I would also like to invite the CEO of Jazz in Pakistan, Mr. Amir Ibrahim, to step forward on the Pakistani side, please. If you could exchange the MOUs and shake hands. Thank you very much. The second MOU is again the E.co Towers Pakistan Limited and Telenor Pakistan Limited. So I would like to invite CEO E.co Group, Mr. Suresh Sidhu. This side, Suresh, please. And I would like to invite Irfan Wahab from Telenor Pakistan, the CEO. The third is, again, E.co. So this is E.co Towers Pakistan and CM Park Limited Zong. So country managing director E.co Group, Mr. Arif Hussain. And China Mobile CEO, Mr. Li Wenju. So these partnerships are just the beginning, and I look forward to more and more partnerships. I would like to acknowledge 2 more MOUs and joint ventures which are emerging. And for that, Mr. Prime Minister of Pakistan, you will remember when you were in Kuala Lumpur, so we had met Haji Roslin who was working in halal meat. So I'm very pleased to announce that the Fauji Foundation Pakistan and Indra Daya of Malaysia have signed an MOU for halal meat. Would you please rise and maybe step forward here? Haji Sahab, Haji Roslin. Please, if you could come in front. So this is the beginner, General Tariq Nadeem Gilani and Haji Roslin. So the first contract, I understand, has been signed and the production facilities will be coming up. We also have a very innovative joint venture, which is between Fatma Ventures of Pakistan. I would like to request Mr. Ali Mukhtar of Fatma Ventures, if you could step forward. And Mr. Jamaluddin Dujong of Gobi Partners Malaysia. Please come. Please. So, Honorable Prime Ministers and ladies and gentlemen, this partnership is of a venture capital fund of $20 million, which will invest in new technology ventures in Pakistan. And this is the kind of investment we would like to scale up in future, where we actually jointly promote the technology ventures. As I was mentioning this morning to advisor to Prime Minister, and it was mentioned, that when we announced this function, basically I started on social media receiving lots of new news that we have also signed a partnership with Malaysia. We could not invite all of them, but it's really wonderful to see that number of Pakistani and Malaysian companies have started engaging in business ventures. With that, we come towards the end of Towards the end of this, what we will do is that I would like to request the advisor to Prime Minister on Commerce to say just a word of thanks to close this ceremony, Razak Sahab. And after that, we have a networking tea, and then we'll wait for the Prime Ministers to leave, and then we will go to the tea. Mr. Abdul Razak Daud.
Your Excellencies, it has been a great honor and a pleasure to have all the people here from Malaysia and our respected business people from Pakistan, and to see these joint ventures develop and shake hands in the presence of the two Prime Ministers. May this be the first step on a long, long journey together for the two countries. We have a wonderful relationship, and as your Prime Minister said, relationships are good. They have to be developed through business cooperation, and so this is what we have started, and long live Malaysia-Pakistan friendship. Thank you for honoring us.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated, or you can rise.
जी वेलकम बैक व्यूअर्स, आप गुफ्तगू सुन रहे थे इन्वेस्टमेंट कॉन्फ्रेंस पाकिस्तान और मलेशिया के दरमियान। प्राइम मिनिस्टर इमरान खान ने खिताब